On Tuesday, May 21st, Paul Orlowski ran a story for Channel 19 News where he highlighted this island that is being installed on Harvard Avenue in Newburgh Heights with the intent of doing two things: slowing traffic down and preventing people from driving in a turn lane to pass motorists on Harvard. What he stated is that Harvard was turned from a 3-lane road into a 2-lane road. This is not actually factual. Harvard has always been a 2-lane road with a turn lane, so it's never been a 3-lane road. Additionally, this section of Harvard, the lanes have not been narrowed. They're 14 feet wide, which is exactly the same width as a highway lane. But more importantly, what Mr. Orlowski intended to do was state that the village of Newburgh Heights had blocked the entrance of a local business. Now, what he failed to tell the public is that no entrance was actually blocked. There was a slight change in traffic pattern at this particular entrance to this particular parking lot. When you're pulling out of the parking lot, you now have to go eastbound instead of being able to go westbound. But what he made it sound like is you had to do an illegal U-turn around this island. Unfortunately, that's simply not true, and I'm not sure why Mr. Orlowski would point that out, because just only a few hundred feet to the east, 300 in fact, there is the main entrance to this particular facility's parking lot. 300 feet away, there's another entrance, which in fact is actually the main entrance to this particular facility. So he completely ignored the fact that the island doesn't prevent turning into the parking lot when you're traveling westbound, or turning out of the parking lot when you're needed to travel westbound or eastbound. That is, in fact, a falsehood. Just 300 feet away, there is another entrance to the exact same parking lot. It's very unfortunate that Channel 19 News would allow Mr. Orlowski to print this type of story or publish this type of story without any real fact-checking. So he's technically accurate in the sense that you can't enter this particular entrance here that I'm standing in front of right now, but you can if you go just 300 feet away. Just 300 feet down the road, there's another entrance that has not been impacted in any way whatsoever. So the village of Newburgh Heights is working to find a way to slow speeds on Harvard Avenue while also beautifying the neighborhood, cleaning up Harvard Avenue, and Mr. Orlowski chose to run a story that is blatantly deceptive. In addition, he notes and makes a comment that the village of Newburgh Heights, when talking with Bike Cleveland, ignored Mr. Jacob Van Sickle. That is factually also inaccurate. And when the email exchange between Mayor Elkins and Mr. Van Sickles were provided to him, he has failed to note. As you can see, there's two vehicles pulling out of the parking lot as we speak, having zero incidents, no difficulty whatsoever, going both east and west. But back to Mr. Van Sickle, after Mr. Orlowski was provided with the document, he still has not updated his story. So it's very disturbing that Channel 19 News would choose to run this type of journalism. I'm hoping they correct the story once they have the facts, and I'm really looking forward to an apology from Mr. Orlowski and Channel 19 News. Thank you.